Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Jet and Airways, where a smile goes a long way. Now today is a very special day. Now I know I always say that, but because, well, every day is special for Jet and Airways. But we are at a very beautiful little airport called Newcastle. And it is extra special today because we are doing a short little hop up into Edinburgh, which of course is the capital of Scotland. So finally, Jet and Airways is arriving in Edinburgh, the capital city of Scotland, and we're going to be flying in and out and around Edinburgh on quite a regular basis now as part of our hub in the UK, in Britain. And we're going to be slowly adding to the flight chart and setting up more flights in and around Edinburgh, and of course down out of Manchester and out of Heathrow as well. And a big thank you to some of the pilots who have already started flying for Jet and Airways around this area. Special thanks to Aidan, who is actually going to set up some more flight plans for us in the area. A bit of local knowledge is always very, very good. We have pilots from just about all four corners of the world flying for Jet and Airways. So we're going to be able to set up some really realistic sort of flights and some good little regional flight plans in and around these areas with a little bit of local knowledge backing it up. So really looking forward to some of those flights. I'll try and fly them. I don't have a lot of time at the moment because of my work schedule. So I just fly little flights here and there when I get a chance. So this is a really short little hop, this one. And it's basically all I have time for at the moment, little short hops. So I'm trying to set up a few new ones as I go. So here we are, Newcastle to the beautiful city of Edinburgh. We are running on our APU. I have my flight plans in. These are my waypoints if anyone would like to have a go at it. Particularly suits a smaller plane, maybe the CRJ or the Banderanti. I should probably be in the 737-700, but this one loaded by mistake the 800, so I'm going to do it in the 800. It's a bit too short a hop really for the 800. Okay, for the 700 or maybe a smaller plane. So I've got Verix TLA D322U CI06 and coming in and runway ILS06. So it's a very short hop, only a few little waypoints, nice and simple and easy. So that's pretty simple. And if you would like to fly it, try it out on one of your favorite little planes for Jet and Airways, that will be good. Let's fire up our engines. Let's get the right engine started up there for a start, and then we'll get things underway pretty quickly here. Like I said, just a nice short little hop today, just to keep my hand in because I don't have much time to get stuck into some nice long flights at the moment, so just the little short ones. Now I've done the update this morning. I noticed when I got up this morning there was a message we had to update our operations center. So I did that the most simple form, the simple way I could, without deleting the operations center. So I updated the file, updated the op center, and then I went in and updated all the 737 planes. So this is my first flight in the updated version of the 737s. Hopefully nothing is broken. Hopefully everything goes well and according to plan. You know what it's like after updates. Sometimes things don't work the way they used to, so you've got to get used to a whole new way of doing things sometimes. Okay, so we've got the right engine started. Let's have a look at the left engine starting up now. It's early. It's a little bit cloudy. Not sure if we're going to get some rain, but hopefully not. Hopefully it's going to be a nice clear day somewhere along the line so we can see some nice scenery. Be nice to see some nice scenery as we come into Edinburgh for the very, very first time. Let's add some fuel to the left engine and our pressure, and the numbers are coming up nicely there. So that is good. I've got the auto brakes on, turned on there on rejected takeoff. Let's set our flaps down 3. Okay, got my cruise out speed at 250 knots, 10,000 feet. We won't be at 10,000 very long, I assure you, because it's such a short little flight today. Okay, so let's, I think we better come down here and we will put on our parking brake just while we do a couple of things up here. Turn on our engine bleeds, turn on our generators, hydraulic pumps and our packs. We'll run on our power on the engine bus, so we can turn off the APU bleed, and we'll get things underway pretty smartly today. No mucking around, no hanging around today. I don't have a lot of time, to be honest. Okay, so we got our flaps down, rejected takeoff for our auto brakes, cruise out 250 knots. We can turn on our flight directors, turn on my LNAV. That maybe won't go on at the moment. Hopefully that will go off once we that will turn on once we depart and start to head towards our flight plan. Taxi lights are on. Let's see if we can get some clearance for departure. Okay, depart straight out.
Newcastle ground, Jet and Juliet India 1028 with Sierra request.
Some sound. I want to be able to hear the sound from inside the cockpit. They are very, very quiet. We'll turn that up a little bit. Let's see what happens there.
Taxi for takeoff, departing straight out. Jet and Juliet India 1028 taxi to and hold short of runway 25 using taxiway Alpha 5 Delta 8 Delta Delta 7 Delta 6 Delta 5 Delta 4 Delta Tree Delta 1. Contact tower on 119.705 when ready. Taxiing hold short runway 25 via taxiway Alpha 5 Delta 8 Delta Delta 7 Delta 6 Delta 5 Delta for Delta Tree Delta 1 Jet and Juliet India 1028.
Right, let's head over to our departure runway. 25 left, is it? 25. Our departure runway over here. Got a little way to go to taxi today. Quite loud on the outside and but on the inside I can hardly hear it, so I'm not sure what's going on there. It depends on where you are on the outside, how close you are and everything, but can't hear much on the inside at all. Might just try to bringing that engine volume down a little bit more. Aircraft engines, it is quite noisy on the outside. Cockpit, bring that sound up a little bit and we'll see what happens. Okay, got a bit there. Let's head over to the outside, see how loud that sounds. Still quite loud, but a little bit better. A big hi to all our new pilots. Welcome to Jet and Airways. We have a few new pilots coming on board now, flying the Jet In services. If you'd like to fly for Jet In, it's pretty simple. You just join the Discord. The Discord is usually in the description. It'll be either in this video or the previous video. Join the Discord and fly along for Jet and Airways. All our routes and flight charts in the Discord there. And we have some group flights coming up as well. Once I get this big workload out of the way, probably about another 2 weeks, I'll have more available time and we can do some more group flying and multiplayer, which will be great. Really looking forward to that. Catching up with some of you and having a good old chat. Beautiful colours here at this airport today. I think it's about 8 or 9 in the morning. Not too early. Welcome to all the new subscribers who have recently joined up to our channel in Jet and Airways. Hope you get inspired. Hope you get inspired to fly for Jet and fly some of our routes around the United States, based in San Diego, Miami, O'Hara International, Midway, Chicago, sorry, Miami, and around that area. Got some beautiful flights all set up on our flight plans over from that area.
Clear to land runway 25 generic Charlie Hotel Lima.
Newcastle Tower Jet and Juliet India 1028 ready for departing straight out at runway 25.
Jet and Juliet India 1028, altimeter 29er, decimal 9er, 2 wind 271 at 12. Traffic is generic on base. Straight out departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 25.
Right, so there is our takeoff clearance.
Cleared for takeoff runway 25 Jet and Juliet India 1028.
I'm just having a look at these textures here. I think these textures have been upgraded, and maybe just me, but the leading edge textures look a lot more fine. This looks a lot more shiny, like a chrome. Not sure if it was that shiny before. It looks like chrome there, which is beautiful. I wonder if they have upgraded those. I wonder if they've upgraded those textures in the update today. We will see. Okay, confirm, flaps down, landing lights on, climb out speed, flight directors on. Yeah, we'll see if we notice any difference with flying this plane after the updates. A lot of the changes will be deep in the systems, and because I'm only a casual fun flyer, I'm not really familiar with a lot of the features that are implanted deep in these systems. Right, nice smooth takeoff there. That is nice. Okay, we have the LNAV on and the autopilot on. Let's put the vertical speed. It's something that's a bit more manageable.
Juliet, India 1028, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Okay, vertical speed 1900. We have the auto throttle on, set to 250. LNAV on, autopilot on. Frequency change acknowledged. Okay, flaps coming up, and we are moving around to intercept our flight plan. Auto brakes can set around to 3 for our landing in Edinburgh. Engines are all good. And we're coming up to 3,300 feet. We're almost at our target speed, 250 knots as we climb out. Climbing out around about 10 degrees, just under. A nice shallow, gentle climb out there. Heading up through some clouds. A little bit of turbulence as we climb out. Okay, let's have a look. Only 23.9 nautical miles to Verex, our first waypoint. Now in the update they said the first leg of the GPS flight plan was going to be a different colour. I can't see it there, or maybe we've already maybe we're already past our first waypoint. Let's have a look here. Plan.
Generic Charlie Hotel Lima, turn next taxiway.
Yeah, I think we have already gone past our first waypoint.
Generic Charlie Hotel Lima, contact ground on 121.73.
Yeah, we had a little climb out waypoint just as we climbed out of Newcastle, I think, and turned to the right. So I think that would have been our first waypoint.
73, Generic Charlie Hotel Lima.
So we're coming up to 7,000 feet, almost at our first waypoint here. Not getting a lot of scenery today with these clouds, but that's the way it goes. Sometimes we get a lot of nice, beautiful scenery, sometimes we don't. That engine noise is still a little bit too loud on the outside view, so I'm going to turn that down. Aircraft engines, put it back down where it was. So, not a lot of scenery to look at today, but that's fine. It's all about the business today, not a little sightseeing trip. We are delivering this plane, taking this plane into Edinburgh, the capital of Scotland. We are going to be parked there for a little while during some promotional videos and from promotional advertising shoots and media interviews, and then we'll be loaded up with passengers and we'll be heading away on a flight. So we've got a little bit to do. We're actually empty as we fly in, apart from Jet and Airways staff and some ground crew and some management and a couple of flight crews, and so we'll be in Edinburgh overnight for the marketing and the promotional event for Jet and Airways. And early morning we'll be loading up with passengers and we'll be heading out on our first service out of Edinburgh, the capital of Scotland. Very exciting times for Jet and Airways as we move into this new region. It is an invasion, guys. Jet and Airways is invading Scotland and Britain. And of course I have another flight planned. I have another nice little flight planned soon over the next couple of days into Ireland. We're going to head over to Dublin and link up Dublin as well, Ireland, and then we'll really be cooking. We'll be smoking, and we'll be busy as lizards drinking, setting up new flights and routes and getting around this area, getting set up and established. A thank you to the Jet and pilots back home in San Diego and Los Angeles and around there, who are continuing to fly the routes for Jet and Airways around the United States from our hubs in Miami and Midway, Chicago. Thank you guys, thank you pilots for keeping the airline smoking and trucking along nicely in those regions, doing all the little regional hops and flights on a daily basis. It's a bit mundane doing all the daily flights, but that's what an airline is like, guys. We have to do it on a regular basis. And welcome aboard, you guys, you new pilots, and thank you for flying the routes for Jet and Airways. It certainly is a lot of fun when there's a whole gang of you flying with one purpose in mind: is to keep the airline going. Here we go, round to the left, and then we'll be heading up to do our big loop for our final approach. So a very short hop. We're just delivering the plane, basically. The plane and the staff, our team, our flight crew, getting everything in place in Edinburgh, ready for our big launch out of Edinburgh. Beautiful, beautiful scenery as we head over into Scotland. Right, so where are we? We're at 10,000 feet, but blow me down. It is time to come down. It is such a short flight today. I don't want to overcook it, so we are coming down. Only got 33 nautical miles to TLA, which we will start to loop round for our final approach. A few people I want to say hi to today. I want to say hi to Alan, who's been diligently flying for Jet and Airways for some time. Thank you, mate. You do a great job. And also Aidan, who's setting up some new flights around the British hub around Scotland there. So we're going to be getting into some of those flights very, very soon. Hi to Randy, who started flying for us. He's done some lovely flights and sending in their flight plans, so log their hours. Thank you to Peter. Peter's been flying away for us. I think Peter's away on holiday at the moment, having a break, so once he's back from his holidays he'll be flying flat out. We'll be keeping him pretty busy. Rory, welcome. Rory's been flying for us for a while, so Thank you, Rory. He's doing a great job for Jet and Airways.
Newcastle Tower, generic golf, Bravo Bravo Romeo, Quebec, is 3 miles south, 400 feet, with Sierra to land. Generic golf, Bravo Bravo Romeo, Quebec, Newcastle Tower. Altimeter 29er, decimal 9er, 21271 at 12. Make left downwind runway 25.
Coming down to 5,000 feet, rather fast.
25 generic Bravo Romeo, Quebec.
Yeah, so after the updates, so far I haven't noticed anything different. Mind you, I'm not a sort of I'm just a casual fun flyer. I'm not really into into all the systems in any great real depth or detail. So I do everything quite simply. So there'll be things happening in the background and things going on with the systems that I don't actually understand or know about. But that's okay. I'm happy just keeping it simple and flying from A to B. We have been having a lot of crash to desktops. A few of our pilots have been complaining about that, and I've had a few as well. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this update has actually settled things down a little bit. A lot of PMDG pilots have been having a lot of crash to desktops lately, which is not good. So let's hope we've seen the last of that for a little while, eh? Let's hope this this recent update does make a little bit of difference, because it is just so frustrating when you put all the work into flying and setting up your flight plan and getting everything going and started, and then just crashing to desktop at the tail end of your flight is just so frustrating and disappointing. So let's hope that starts to settle down a bit now after this update. Let's hope. Right, so we're coming up to TLA, which will be turning around to the right, and then we're going to have to start bringing our speed down. I'm going to have to get down on my last turn in there. I want to be down to about 2,000 feet or just under. I want to be traveling around about 180, 160 knots, and we will be all good for a nice landing today. Start bringing my speed down now. It's going to take me a while to get it down there. Right, so we're down to our target speed, 170 knots. Starting to bring our flaps down now. Come down to 2,400 feet. No, I haven't had a lot of practice at this, guys. I had a bit of a go at this route yesterday, but I didn't complete it. I didn't have enough time. So usually the first time I fly a flight plan for the first time sometimes can be a bit dodgy, a bit hairy. Once I've flown it a few times or half a dozen times, you get pretty jolly good at it. Which is one of the reasons I love flying for the airline, because you do get really good at flying the you really do get good at flying the routes. You really do get good at flying the routes when you're flying the same same route every day or once a week or so. You do get very good at it. Down a little bit low there. I was coming down a little bit low, a bit too fast. Shouldn't quite be down that low so early, but there you go. Next time I will know. Next time I do the trip, I will stay at probably 5,000 feet. Coming around now. We'll bring it down now. Right, we're just about on finals now. Oh no, we got one more little stretch. One more little stretch and then we will be on our finals. Can't see much here, which is a bit of a worry. I know there are some hills around. That's not good, is it? There's a wind farm down there. Can't quite see it through the foggy mist of these clouds. There is a beautiful wind farm down there. Right, coming up to our last turn to the right, and we'll be on our finals. And we will have arrived at Edinburgh, the capital city of Scotland. Very exciting. A bit foggy and cloudy, so our scenery Our sightseeing hasn't been that fantastic. Maybe tomorrow. Plenty of time to do that. We're going to have quite a few flights around this region, around this area. Time we've done this flight a few times, we will know the area, the landscape, and we'll have enjoyed a lot of beautiful scenery around Scotland. One more turn round to the right. We are speed down to 160. Not quite our final turn, almost. Here are some of those wind farms coming up. Beautiful big wind turbines. Down pretty low actually over these turbines. We're getting a pretty good view. That's what you call a bird's eye view, guys. Well, maybe my wings are going to just about brush the top of them. Doesn't that look spectacular? That looks spectacular. Right, we're coming around now, almost on our finals. We are so close to those turbines, I feel I can almost reach out the window and touch them. Incredible. Right, we're at 160 knots. We're coming in very low and very slow. Probably a little bit too low, to be honest. No ILS approach today. We don't have the ILS programmed in. It'll be completely visual. Which is a little bit of a worry because we don't have not exactly 100% visibility today. A little bit foggy, to say the least, to be doing a manual approach and landing. But let's see how we go, eh? On finals now. Right, autopilot off. Going to see if I can get a visual on the runway up ahead here. We are now in control of the airplane. Got a little bit of clarity now. We're under that bit of cloud. So we're just looking for some runway lights really at the moment. That's what we want to see. We are looking for some runway lights. Peppy lights, I think they're called. It's pretty jolly murky and cloudy. Not the best. Not the best conditions for a manual approach and landing. I think I have a visual up ahead. Yep, there it is, guys, right in front of us. That is what we wanted to see. That is what I wanted. Completely manual approach and landing. A little bit fast. I'll have to bring the nose up a little bit just to slow down. Here we go. Welcome to Edinburgh, everybody. Capital city of Scotland. The runway is quite short. Let's get off here, shall we? Right, let's get over to the gate so we can park up and complete our flight. And this is sunny Edinburgh. Beautiful. Beautiful little airport. Right, we're going to do a taxi into here. Not sure if this is the right place to be, but it will do us for today. And it's a beautiful little airport. Let's have a bit of a look around. Wow, that's a reasonable size. It's a reasonable size airport. This is just a stock standard airport straight out of the box. No add-ons or anything added, but it is quite significant. And yeah, quite nice. Alright guys, just a short flight today to get our team into so that we can get established out of Edinburgh City. Hope you enjoyed that little flight. I did. Quite exciting. And we're going to be flying around this area quite a bit in the future, I think. Just a beautiful place to be, guys. Okay, thanks for watching. Hit the like, hit subscribe, come along and join our Discord, and if you like, you can fly along for Jet and Airways. Have a little bit of fun and give your flying a little bit of purpose. Keep safe, guys. We'll talk again soon. Over and out. Cheers.